Hello bunny friends and welcome to this Q&A video. In one of my last videos I asked you guys if you have any questions and got quite a few in the comments. I'll try to answer them all in this video, and if you have any further questions just leave them in the comments and I will definitely answer them. I absolutely love interacting with each and every one of you, so thank you so much for being part of this channel. Let's start with two personal questions and then it's all gonna be about the bunnies. Question number 1. What's your gender? I think female, but I don't know. You have guessed correctly. I think my voice very much gives away that I am indeed female. And the same person also asked me, how old are you by the way? I am 21 years old. Now for the bunny questions. Quite an energetic bunch. How old are they? This person was referring to the A Day in the Life with Melbourne and Clyde video, and yes, they are quite energetic even though they have a big age gap. Clyde is turning 7 this summer and Melbourne is turning 2 in a few days. What's their favorite toys and where do these cuties like to sleep? Melbourne and Clyde enjoy their treat ball, which just makes them go absolutely wild, but they generally only like toys with treats inside. They usually sleep either in a small hutch or on top of the hutch because they like the view.
I like the view.
You do?
Yes.
You're my best view.
Me.
Next question. Are they neutered? So neutering stands for castrating a male bunny, and yes, all my males are neutered, but as of now my female bunnies aren't spayed yet for a bunch of reasons. However, it is definitely planned. A little tip on the side, get your male bunnies neutered as soon as possible because when they reach puberty around 5 or 6 months, they get very territorial and this might even stick with them after the neutering. So if possible, get your male bunnies neutered as soon as they are 12 or 13 weeks old. How long did they take to bond? Again, we are talking about Melbourne and Clyde. It only took about 3 or 4 days until they absolutely fell in love with each other. My bonding method is pretty straightforward, so I'm not a fan of stress bonding like car rides or in a very small space. I kind of just let them meet naturally in a neutral space with a lot of places to hide and tons of treats. There was definitely some fighting, but still within the normal range and obviously no injuries. How do you take care of them? Like how long in your journey of taking care of them? I'm not 100% sure what exactly this question means, but I'll answer it as to how I understand it. So I basically grew up with bunnies and I went from casually just having a single bunny in a cage because I didn't know any better to trying out breeding and ultimately starting rescuing and rehoming to now where I just have my 5 bunnies and I try to take care of them in the most natural way possible. That means they don't live in cages, they have bunny friends, and I only feed them natural foods such as fresh greens, anything that grows on a field, herbs, the best quality hay and forage. I also don't pick them up or do anything that they dislike. I see a lot of people dress up their bunnies on Instagram and that's something that just goes against my core beliefs. And that's kind of how I take care of them, and it took me a good 7 or 8 years to get where I am today, and I definitely made a lot of mistakes involving my bunnies over the past few years, but I think it's all about constant growth and having an open mindset when it comes to change and improvements. How do you gain their trust 100%? Well, that's a tricky question because 4 out of my 5 bunnies do not like to be touched and are somewhat shy. They are rescue bunnies who have not had a good experience with humans before, so it's kind of understandable, but I guess one thing that is always required is patience, and I mean a lot of patience. Even if you sit in your bunny setup for an hour every day and the bunny still won't come, don't force your bunny because that will only ruin the process you already made. Use treats and talk calmly. Back when I was doing rescues, I just read a book out loud in the bunny enclosure without moving or doing anything at all, and after a while I suddenly had bunnies on my lap, on my shoulder and just everywhere. So it just takes time and don't force it. The worst thing you can do is just picking them up and petting them when they're obviously very stressed. Where do you get your forage stuff? I buy most of my forage online, either from Zoo Plus or Zoo Royale. I usually buy from the brand JR Farm because they have the biggest variety of forage and it's good quality and in comparison to other brands relatively cheap. I personally want to cut down on plastic, so I want to switch to a local pet shop that sells loose forage, so you just have to bring a container and then you can fill it, but we'll see how that one will go. And now we're at the end of this Q&A video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye! Oh, you're still there. So I just wanted to make a short outro because I wanted to hear your feedback on some suggestions. First of all, I'm wondering if I should upload on a schedule, for example, a video every Thursday and Sunday. And secondly, do you want me to make more individual bunny content, meaning just clips and stories about my bunnies? Or do you want me to make videos on how to bond bunnies the natural way, what type of field greens you can feed your bunny, etc. Just let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more of our content, just check out our Instagram where I'll be holding a bunny box giveaway very soon.